Hello, Sunrise Church. Pastor Eric Wade here, and I have the honor and the privilege to bring you your daily devotional once again. If you're watching us on YouTube, I want to encourage you and remind you to please go to our website at sunrisechurch.org, click on the Connect tab, and then click Verify Jesus to go along with our reading plan that we're doing as a church as we go through the Gospel of John together. So this week we were in John chapter 9, and in John chapter 9 we saw Jesus heal a man who was blind since birth. And instead of celebrating the situation, the religious leaders of the day actually condemned him because once again Jesus healed a man on the Sabbath. And they even say there's no way that this man could be a man of God because he keeps breaking the commandment of remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And so they look at this man and they ask him who did this, who healed you, and the guy was like, I don't know, I was blind, I didn't see who he was. You guys should know who he is because obviously this man has to be of God if he has the power to heal me. And so they ask him, well, who do you think he is? And he said, I don't know, I think he may be a prophet. All I know is I was blind and now I could see. And so they curse him and say, well, you're a sinner, what do you know? And he says, well, isn't that interesting that I could see who he is and you guys can't? And so they throw him out of the synagogue. And then in verse 35 of chapter 9, there's a very interesting interaction between Jesus and the guy who was just healed. And started in verse 35, it says this: Jesus heard that they had thrown him out, and when he found them, he said, do you believe this in the Son of Man? Who is he? The man asked. Tell me so that I may believe in him. Jesus said, you have now seen him. In fact, he is the one speaking to you. And then the man said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. Jesus said, for judgment I have come into this world, so that the blind will see, and those who see will become blind. Some Pharisees who were with him heard him say this and asked, what, are we blind too? Jesus said, if you were blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains. So Jesus asked the guy, hey, do you believe in the Messiah? Do you believe in the Son of Man? And the guy goes, show me who he is so that I can believe in him. And Jesus says, I am he. See, we see, and the guy worshiped, and we see Jesus claiming to be the Messiah, claiming to be the Son of God all throughout the Gospels. And we'll see it even more as we continue in the book of John. We see it in Luke chapter 4, verses 16 through 21, where he stands up in the synagogue and he reads from the scroll of Isaiah, and he reads a prophecy about the Messiah coming, and he says, this prophecy has been fulfilled for you today, as I am the one who's being spoken about here. And so many times we get caught up in these situations and we get put into scenarios and we just wonder and we ask to ourselves, God, where are you in all of this? But at the same token, we claim to be followers of Christ. We claim to be Christians. We claim to follow after God with everything that we are, but yet we can't see God in our situation. And I wonder if some of us have the pharisaical mentality of, I know so much that I can see God when he's here or not. When in fact, if the Pharisees would have actually honored what they said who they said they were, and knowing the gospel, or not gospel, but knowing the Bible so well and being disciples of Moses, then they would have known that the Son of God was sitting right in front of them if they just even would have read Psalm 146, which says this: praise the Lord, O my soul. I will praise the Lord all my life. I will sing praise to my God as long as I live. Do not put your trust in princes and mortal men who cannot save. When their spirit departs, they return to the ground, and on that very day their plans come to nothing. Blessed is he whose help is the God of Jacob, whose hope is in the Lord his God, the maker of heaven and earth, the sea and everything in them, the Lord who remains faithful forever. Why? Because he upholds the cause of the oppressed. He gives food to the hungry. The Lord sets prisoners free. The Lord gives sight to the blind. The Lord lifts up those who are bowed down. The Lord loves the righteous. The Lord watches over the alien and sustains the fatherless and the widow, but he frustrates the ways of the wicked. I wonder if the Pharisees would have read this psalm, that they would have seen that Jesus actually did all that it was prophesied that he would do, even frustrate the wicked who was them. My challenge for you and I today is this: are we tied up in being a Christian that we cannot see Christ in our situation in our lives daily? Are we so tied up in God, you promised to take care of me, you promised to uphold me, you promised to provide for me, you promised to protect me, but yet I'm in this situation that it seems like I can't see you. And I wonder if he's right there with us, but we're so focused on us that we can't see him. So my challenge to you is this: look for God in every situation and pray to him and ask him to reveal himself to you so that we who are blind in that moment can be given sight. Until next time, guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'll see you soon.